How you doing, guys? I'm Sean.
Hi everybody, I'm Lynn. I hope everybody's having an incredible day today.
Absolutely fantastic day.
Fantastical.
Fantastical?
Fantastical. That does sound quite horrible. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day.
Definitely. Guys, listen to this here video. We done a video a couple of weeks ago?
Probably about 6 weeks ago. It would be about 6 weeks now.
Well, we were showing you our wands, our crystal wands that is, and we just said we're going to do a wee follow-up on how to use crystal wands. So this is what this is about. It's only our interpretation of it. We'll put links down below of the video we done about our crystal wands, and we'll have a wee look at it. So this is just our interpretation of it, and like all our videos, it's just our slant on it. So it doesn't have, you don't have to take it as gospel. It's just how we would use crystals, especially crystal wands in our thing.
Absolutely.
So basically, what is a crystal wand? As you know, it's just these boys here.
Ta-da.
You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. We're just talking, we're not talking about the wooden ones, we're talking about these crystal ones. And basically what we be using them is just an extension, it's energy, it's all about intention. Now if you're expecting like Harry Potter, sparks coming out and laser beams and turning frogs into princes,
We can't promise you that, can we?
We can't, but it's all down to intention. If you think about it, that when you're working with crystal, you're working with energy, that's what you're actually working with, energy. Do you know what I mean? If you've got the intention there that you want to be doing this, this is what's going to happen. You're going to start connecting more to the vibration, the energy of the person, of the environment, of the crystal that you're with, or you're or that you're going to be in. Did I get that? I was actually talking over. I was speaking in tongues there.
But what is the crystal wands like? Really, whoa.
It doesn't matter where you are. You're going to be picking up for vibration, and I say just genuinely when you're working with crystal energy, you'll start to sense different frequencies, different vibrations with it, and crystal's the exact same. So basically, when we're working with a crystal wand, what we're doing is obviously we're not the therapists, we're not the healers, we're not channeling. We're bringing the energy down and through a crown chakra, and we'll be moving energy about when we're doing a therapy. When you're working with crystals, you're working with your hands, and you're doing. If you've got a wand in your hand, basically what that is, that's just an extension of you. And if you think about it, you've got 5 wands already in your hand. Do you know what I mean? Each one of them.
Yeah, if you think about like when you point, say, I mean, you could be, how many times like you could be standing at the back, you completely have your back to somebody and they might point and you sort of feel it and you turn around. Or even if somebody looks at you, they're actually sending it through the eyes as a whoosh, and you're sensing it, you think, oh, when you look behind, you see them looking at you. It's a sort of similar thing with a wand when it comes to directing energy, isn't it?
Like if I'm sitting pointing, there's somebody pointing in your face and they're pointing, it's more than the finger, because like genuinely the finger's just a piece of flesh. It's the energy that's coming off.
It's coming from
point.
it. Yeah.
So when you're using a wand, obviously before you start, take all the crystals, get into your own wee routine of what you want. You're starting to work. We've already done the cleansing. We've already done connecting the energies before we've done this video. So if you're going to be starting to use a wand, you know what I mean? We would like to hold the wand in our hands, and you're communicating with your higher self, communicating with the wand, the energy, the crystals, and you're just generally saying to yourself what your intention is, what you're going to be using this wand for. Okay, so when you can connect into it, that's putting you in a calming state. And you don't want to be starting to mess about with crystals or work with crystals if you're in a bad frame of mind, unless your intention is to calm down. You know, get yourself a bit of rose quartz, or celestite or something like that. But when you have it in your hand, really what you're doing is it's an extension of you. So when you're bringing the energy down through the crown chakra, down in, and it's actually coming out of your hands. So if you're, say, for toxic, working with a patient or a friend or yourself even, it's easier to, well, in our case, it's easier for us to be focusing as a result of the tip of the wand onto, you know, the part of the body that you're wanting to be working on, and constantly always visualizing what your intention is. Would you be working the chakra? Somebody has a bit of muscular pain, you might want to gently use the rounded end of it and just gently constant anti-clockwise or clockwise, whatever you're drawn to do, about retracting out that negative energy.
Drawing out the energy.
Do you know what I mean? And changing it down. Or if you want to empower, put more positive energy, you could be turning around the opposite way. In other words, point, directing the energy in. The reverse side of it, taking the energy out. You know, but it's up to you to really connect with what works best for you.
Absolutely. Also, like with these ones here, this is one of my favourite ones, Wands. One of my favourite wands. Now, because it has a crystal ball on the end there, it's lovely and smooth. So it's actually lovely for say like your hand here. You can roll it around on your hand, and it's lovely because your hands and also your feet, it's lovely to use on your feet, have reflexology points. So massaging it on, it's absolutely so relaxing. And also lovely. Do your feet with a wand as well. That's the back of the wand also. And of course, you can use the pointed end for directing energy as well.
Definitely. And I say, it's just the different types of crystal will have an effect until it's just like when you're working with the crystal energy. All crystals are different. You know from our videos, we just turned two pieces of amethyst is not necessarily the same.
Of course,
you know what I mean? Don't necessarily go into that. You have to use a certain type of crystal for a certain part of the body. Certain type of crystal will work on a certain type of the person's psyche. It doesn't work that way as far as we're concerned. Everybody's unique, same way crystals are unique. But basically, for talk's sake, say this obsidian one's just a natural shard of thing. Now, whenever I'm sitting retrieving like negative energy, if you're with a patient or a patient, wrong term, client, patient, if they lay on top of that, they'll soon be a patient. If you're working with a client there, you'll be sitting retracting out. So I'm visualising that if the person, if I come across and I feel like a bit of blocked energy there and I want to be using it, what I'm doing is actually using this point here. I'm visualising working around that chakra where that blockage is. Constantly, as I'm putting this way, I'm actually retrieving the negative energy, pulling it out, and you're working on it. And as I say, it's entirely up to you what way you're going to be utilising it. But that's what we would be using the wands like for.
Absolutely. Also, like a lot of people think about crystal wands, it's for using it on themselves or for their friends, family or clients. But you can also use them in rooms as well. I mean, they're great for clearing negative energy in rooms, aren't they? Like this wand here, for example, is a laser wand. And it's absolutely fantastic. If you're going into a room and you want to clear the energy in there, energy often stagnates in corners of rooms. So you might be doing your smudging and your cleansing and everything like that. But if you actually point a laser wand, or any wand, I find laser wands are really effective, into the corners of the rooms, into all the four corners, and actually and again, it's up to you whether you prefer to visualise it clockwise, to drawing out the negative energy, or anti-clockwise. What we do is to go around, so like clockwise, drawing all the negative energy. Imagine it all almost like how like candy floss is, and it goes all in a spin, and you've got the candy floss. Go around, draw the negative energy out into all the corners of the rooms. Imagine it wrapping around like candy floss, and then imagine visualising clearing it all off on the end of your crystal wand, and then just dispersing all the negative energy with your hand, dispersing it into love and light. And it's really effective. You try it in the room. You try using it. That is actually a video in itself. Actually, is how to use a crystal wand to actually clear negative energy in rooms, because they're really effective for that. But it's too much detail to go into it here. So I say this is just a brief talk about it. This will be one we'll do again. It'd be very effective.
Just touching briefly, just then saying there, like right, why we're mentioning the corner of the room rather than anywhere else. If you can imagine looking at the corner of your own room, your rooms you're in, look at the corners. That's probably where it's more dusty. It's more things got. Light a bit of sage, a bit of incense. It goes up until the ceiling, and it also filters into the corner. So negative energy in a room, rest assured, it's hanging about in the corners.
Where it hangs, isn't it?
So that's why you're pulling. But we will do a video. That's a very good point made.
Yeah, that would be a very good video to do. A good point made.
Guys, if you get this here, like a selenite, this is a strip of selenite wand, and say wands don't have to be. They can be as fancy as you want them to be. In other words, you can have the ones all carved out and all the different types of crystals attached to them. That's fine, that's not a problem. But this is a wand. What are you looking at selenite? Now obviously, if you was doing this, I'd be standing up doing it, but just give you an example. So imagine you're standing up, you got a piece of selenite, you've cleansed yourself with maybe a bit of sage, California white sage. Your intention is there, you're feeling a bit heavy, a bit negative, you want to shift this energy, you want to balance your chakras. Well, basically, you'd be starting with the wand. You could actually start too, as if you can imagine you're pulling the energy, the negative energy out.
It's lovely for cleansing the aura, isn't it?
You know what I mean? And say you go into longer, but also like bring that in from the crown chakra, putting yourself in the zone, and using this. And just imagine you're bringing this healing white light down through your body, and then you'd work the whole way right down your body and shift it underneath your feet into soil with love and light. That Mother Earth then convert it into the positive energy, which will be coming up back into the earth above the ground. But that's what you could use a wand for. If it's a client land there, you could actually be scanning the body. If you go down, people can use your hands. Look, 5 wands there. This is just an extension of you. It's easier sometimes for us to focus on something that we're actually able to say. Does a big lightning bolt come out of it? and you can see it. No. But if you put yourself in the zone, you can actually visualize it coming out, so you have the intention.
Oh, this is lovely for cleansing the aura. So we often like to use it on our clients as well during a treatment, is to sweep down the body.
It's wonderful.
It's so cleansing. And say, you tried as well, the selenite is a very cleansing crystal in itself, isn't it? So going across is cleansing the aura. It's like having a shower, a spiritual shower. It's amazing.
I like that, spiritual showers, right? And no nasty chemicals involved.
And no nasty chemicals.
This one here is a wee wooden wand, and it's got the chakra stones
beautiful.
going up and down the length, but it's a wee quartz point and a wee crystal ball on the end of it. And basically what you'd be doing with that one, once again, it's intention. So if for toxic you were working on the base chakra, you'd be sitting holding the base stone, and you'd be sitting working it clockwise, anti-clockwise if you want to. You can be moving up the chakras, and if you're moving up the chakras, you're changing your fingers to the stone, the relevant stone you're thinking. And it's all about intention. It's all about what's going to help you connect to your higher self, to bring that energy down through yourself, through your hand, out the point. Now, people are saying, if the point is chipped, does it really matter? I would say not necessarily. And the reason why I'm saying it is because we're not talking about creating a James Bond laser beam that has to cut something intricately right down a perfect line. It's all about intention. So I think if we can use a wand that has no real point to do the same thing, well, if there's a tip of a wand, this is perfect, this point. If it's slightly chipped, people say, oh, the energy's going to shoot all around the place like that, instead of just coming out in one beam. I don't necessarily believe it. And so because I don't believe it, it can't happen in my manifestation. So therefore, in my mindset, when I'm working, I know what the intention is, and that's why you could use, I believe, if there's a slight chip in a wand, preferably at more point, you're going to have the energy coming straight out that point. Certainly better, without a doubt. But does that mean you have to disregard your wands that have got wee chips in them? No. Wounded healers, they'll soon mend. You know.
That's so true, isn't it?
Now, would you say, just wee Lemurian, would you say...
That's a little dinky Lemurian wand, isn't it?
Would you say a small wand is
you
any
can
different
actually,
than a big wand?
Well, yeah, well, the good things about the little wands is they're great to carry around with you. I mean, this little one fits in the pocket perfectly. So if you're out and about somewhere and you're like, oh, and you're in a room and it's like, you want to give a bit of a cleansing, it's good to carry around with you, isn't it? But
would size matter?
It doesn't. No, it actually doesn't. It's your intention. Size does not matter. Honest to God.
You heard it, guys.
Size doesn't matter, believe me.
So say your wand doesn't matter, guys.
Your wand doesn't matter.
You dirty links.
It really is the intention, I'm telling you now, because obviously with this, it's, if you're using it on yourself or you're using it on a client, friends and family, it really is your intention, isn't it?
And here's a wee tip for you now. This is what I want you to do. And you can do this with ordinary crystals as well, just to sense the energy. But if you have a wand, let's say for toxic, this is my wee personal one. We've got his and her wands.
His and her matching wands. Isn't that so sweet?
This is actually...
Mine's got carnelian on it, and Sean's is moonstone.
So moonstone's my favourite stone. So we've got his and her wands.
Matching.
We've got them in two different places, by the way. But what you would actually do, just to get used to, if you have a wand in your hand, okay? Just gradually put yourself in the zone. You light a bit of incense or meditate yourself to get the wand, and just gradually start moving it, no particular order, around your hand, and start to feel the sensation you will feel. And you will feel it.
You can feel it. You can actually feel like a tingling coming out the end.
Some people would find that, that if you go clockwise or anti-clockwise, if they go anti-clockwise, they might feel cold, they might feel warm, they might feel as if your finger is actually going in the spiral. It's going, and the more you start to do this, the more you'll start to see what I'm talking about in reference. The wand itself, it's a special tool, but in reality, without your working it, without you be channeling the energy and what your intention is with it, it's really could be sitting there all day and doing nothing. So I would say to you is to start to get used to, if you have a wand, gradually in the palm of your hand, try to move the wand, imagining a line coming from it, up and down your fingers. And if you're moving it, like I'm feeling it now, is it imagination? No, I don't believe so, because we've done it on each other. Reference, if Lynn's doing it, Lynn's laying there and I'm actually behind her with things doing it, shit, I can feel you touching me. And it's not touching me at all. It's actually...
It almost feels like, imagine you've got a feather and you're holding a feather on your hand and you're going like that with the feather and you feel like a slight sort of tingling across, a lovely sensation of the feather across your finger. Well, that's what it actually feels like. And bearing in mind, I'm not touching the hand, I'm not going like that. I'm going above it, usually 2 or 3 inches above it, like that. And it's more effective actually if you close your eyes and go like that. So I'm doing a figure of 8.
Sometimes you actually think
symbol over my hand, and I can feel it. It is really.
Sometimes you'd open up your eyes and you'd imagine that the wand is actually touching the palm of your hand, and it's not. So try that there, and you'll start to see that you'll feel the vibration of it. So basically, what we would say is it's all about intention. It's all about moving energy. We're all energy. We're all connected. There's nothing like we're all connected, even as we speak now. Even though you're looking at the computer screen or your mobile phone or anything like that, we're all connected, like a matrix of energy. Every single thing in this planet is connected. Crystals is energy. It's connected energy. So whenever we're holding it, our intention is moving down there. Whatever we're focusing on, that we're already connected to it. So what we're doing is through the energy of the crystal, it's helping you to shift energy. It's not going to turn frogs into princes or princesses into frogs or anything like that. Harry Potter, that's okay for in the films, but you can understand. Maybe you think about the old witch always pointing the finger.
Yeah, you think of that
finger. It's just an extension of the finger. And if you're pointing to something, as Lynn said, you're pointing to someone, you're pointing to, if I've given you direction, then go over there, you automatically point. You're pointing, so now you're directing energy, you're directing the eyesight to thing. Like, and you don't point with your hand closed, you point with the finger.
Yeah, it's over there. Well, not unless you're threatening somebody anyway.
Different between a poke and a punch. Guys, listen, I hope you found it informative. It's just our slant onto it. Nothing Harry Potter about it. We do believe that the energy can be shifted and controlled and directed with the use of wands, crystal wands.
Absolutely.
Does it matter if they have copper around it and things like that? All part of the healing process. It's our intention, and yeah, there's no question about it. It's we think they're special.
Oh, we love them, don't we? They're absolutely beautiful. They really are. So I hope you found that useful. Have you got some tips on how to use your crystal wand?
Definitely, guys. Listen, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe here on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We'd love to see you over there in Facebook as well.
So I'm
going
to send you loads and loads and loads of love and happiness.
Happy days.
Always.
Definitely. I'm going to get my feet rubbed later on.
I know, nice foot massage.
Happy days. Guys, listen, send you love from Ireland and have a great day and week ahead.
Until the next video. Bye.
See you later.